Hey everybody, this is Stitch 1993 here, back with another What Was, where we look at shows and series that are likely forgotten or not remembered or talked about as much. So today we're looking at a particularly interesting one. What was the Weiser Family Puppets? Now, on the surface, you could just see this as another 90s Christian VHS series, short-lived. They only had 8 VHSs total. There was 4 main ones that included the Weiser Family Puppets singing and doing out little skits. The titles were Learning About Love, Learning About Friends, Learning About Faith, and Learning About Life. And then there were 4 kind of spin-off ones where they were more about stories from the Bible, done in a very limited animation. Titles were Look What God Made, David, God's Champion, Walking with Jesus, and Here Comes Jesus. But they're very interesting in the fact that they just, at least for me growing up, they always seemed like almost made for home movies. The puppets in general were actually, at one time you would be able to find these puppets online. I'm not sure what company made them, but they kind of remind me of like Folk Mantis puppets. But if you look up, like, if you just Google ministry or church puppets for sale, you'll find a lot of these kind of wide mouth looking, almost googly eyed puppets, which just kind of enthralled me as a child. Now, the qualities of these are, they're not bad. I wouldn't put this as like, oh God, but they're actually pretty decent, in my opinion, if you're just, a parent wanting to teach your kid about the Bible, or just an interested person into puppets or theology, or both. Definitely is interesting in regards to just the look and feel. I think there's like 1, maybe 2 camera setups, and all these puppets look like puppets you could get up right off the shelf. And they just have kind of a home quality to them, which is what made me enjoy them growing up. Probably helped that my grandparents were the ones that bought them for me, and then the main characters are Grandma and Grandpa Weiser, and they honestly looked pretty close to what my actual grandparents looked like. Now, the stories are all fine. There is some issues I have, again, with the animation. It's very limited. It's not drawn badly, thankfully. It's nice to look at, but you definitely can tell that they were on a tight budget. Interesting enough, though, when I was doing research for this, I found out that the lead animator for this, his name is Locke Wolverton, he was an animator for Disney, I guess back in like the 60s or 70s. Yeah, he was even part of the Disney Institute animation events that ran from 1998 to 2003. He now currently works from his website, he's a animation instructor at Tulsa Tech. The creator is also very interesting. It is Peter Enns is listed as the creator, and now if you just Google Peter Enns, you're going to find one. I think he's like a philosopher. He writes is interesting. There's 2 Christian Peter Enns. One is, I guess, American pastor, theologian, what have you. But there's actually a Canadian Peter Enns. It looks like he's still actively preaching in Canada, and it looks like he does some overseas ministry works as well. Looks like a very nice guy. I don't know anything personal about either one of these people. Not here to go into details about those, so you can do your own research. But I would heavily recommend checking out the VHSs just for the sheer curiosity of just early 90s Christian puppets, when everybody was trying to be the next Gerber, the next VeggieTales, really just kind of, or the next Mickey and Me. Interesting of what was all being put out. I'm not sure if there was any quality control, but this definitely looks leagues better than some of the stuff that was put out around the same time. But yeah, check this out. I personally would recommend checking out the 4 main ones. They did release them, it looks like, on DVD as well as of the time of this recording, and they're cheap as well. They're not expensive, so you could probably pick all of them up for maybe about $10-15 each, which isn't bad in my opinion. So check out the Learning series first, and then if you're more curious, then check out the animated VHSs. I will say these songs, I'm not sure if they were made for these VHSs or if they were just choir pieces or previously created puppet songs that were just lip sync, but they do get in your head. At least they do for me. My main one that I always get and still reference to this day is I'm Just a Stone. Literally a stone singing about how he was the stone that took down Goliath in the biblical story of David and Goliath.
I'm just a stone, so round and smooth and fat. I'm just a stone.
Really nice puppet. I think that one may have been handmade or custom made, because it definitely looks a bit more, a bit more handmade in regards to the kind of just took a block of styrofoam, painted it gray, plopped some eyes on it, and then carved out a mouth, a very square looking mouth. But his voice in the song just kind of resonated with me then, still resonates with me now. So yeah, let me know. Did you guys grow up with these VHSs, or is this your first time hearing about them? And what are some other interesting Christian shows or series that you grew up with, either on VHS or DVD, or that came on regular television growing up, you think I should touch on and look into? And yeah, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Until next time, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.